Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Open Book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I hope everyone has had a fabulous hump day. Okay, we have 2 more days until the weekend. Okay, y'all, I'm so grateful to God. I'm so thankful and excited on tonight. Those of you who have been following me and recently, about 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, my husband was admitted to the hospital, and all glory to God, he made it home. Okay, he is back home on today. I was actually going to go to work, and I got the phone call from him saying that they're about to discharge me. I was like, wait, what? So I immediately told the job I would not be in today. I got to go get my husband. And y'all, it feels so good, okay, to have my man back home, okay? I was like, I just couldn't stop smiling. I was in there dancing, Valentine's Day. I said, you got out just in time, okay, for Valentine's Day coming up this Friday, okay? So, yes, thank you all so much, those of you who were encouraging me, praying with me, for me, and my husband, my family, those of you who have blessed us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know Latay, she blessed my whole family with the gift card for us to go eat. So we are doing that on Valentine's Day as a family. And so I appreciate that. And everyone that has poured into us, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And he does too. Let's see who we have here. Hey, Lampo. Wait a minute. Lampo reacts. Okay. Lampo, I didn't even know you changed your name. Okay. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining and being first in the building. Hi, Rebecca. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. Good evening. Kathleen is in the building again. Thank you for joining, sis. Hi, Tangela. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, Roseanne, where have you been, girl? Welcome. Okay, thank you for hitting the like button. Hey, Shannon, good evening. Welcome. Hi, Rebecca. The other Rebecca is here too. Okay. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Hey, V, good evening. Thank you for joining. Kathleen said, glad he's home. I was going to ask for proof of life. Okay. Right. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Hi, Marie. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, Suez. Yes, that was great news. Thank y'all so much. Open book, don't put it on them too good and send them back. He said, the kids in here. I was like, boy, it's been almost 2 weeks. Okay. Hi, Bermuda. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, I'm making sure I said hi to everyone. Suez said, I'm not to take away from your great news. I got good news too. Okay. Well, praise the Lord. Hey, it's a celebrate. It's a celebrate. Let's see. Kimberly Williams. Did I skip someone? Can I see Kimberly? I don't know if I can see Kimberly. Did you say Kimberly? I don't see Kimberly Williams, but hi, Kimberly. Some of these comments I'm not seeing. Oh my gosh. Rebecca said, I have a birthday coming up in 6 days. Open book. Okay, happy early birthday. You got to come back so I can sing for you. Okay. Been going through a lot, so I've just been stepping back, focusing on my life. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. I totally understand. I totally understand. But I love you. Be encouraged, okay? Okay, y'all, we're gonna get into a couple of topics on today. We talked about actually we talked about both of these topics before. Okay, it's on the 18th. Okay, my daughter's on the 27th, Rebecca. So y'all are kind of close. Hey, Janelle, good evening. Welcome. Oh, and also, y'all, let me put my goal. I forgot to do my goal. Hold on 1 second. For those of you who would like to be a blessing on tonight of any amount. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a giveaway too because earlier we met the goal. Was it this morning? I think this morning. Okay. So I did start a goal. So if y'all want to help me reach my goal, hi Deborah, welcome. Thank you for joining. It can be any amount. Also, what is free is if you can hit that like button, let everyone know that we are live. Now, we have talked about both of these topics. However, there have been some updates, okay, on both of these topics, and I like to keep you all in the know. Now, let's start with Wendy Williams. Y'all, we know we've been hashtagging free Wendy. We've seen Wendy recently or heard her do various interviews. Okay. Hi, Bless from Texas. Good evening. And we were so excited, getting the word out. Her and her niece, they were going around to like the Breakfast Club. Um, who else? Don Lemon and also TMZ. Okay, now TMZ, they will have a documentary coming out called Saving Wendy. Okay, now, right after that documentary, now y'all know her dad's birthday was coming up, and one of the things that she wanted to do was to go and visit her father for his birthday. She was a little just nervous, skeptical whether the guardian was going to allow her the opportunity to go and see her father. And this is a picture of her guardian. And so, lo and behold, the judge, they signed off and approved for Wendy to be able to go and see her father. So that was some great news. Okay. Wendy, during these interviews, talked about, her living arrangement, that she doesn't have a phone where she can call out to people. She can call out, they can't call her, different things like that. And so, although we were rooting for her, we are excited for her, a lot of people predicted that there may be a consequence. So now this guardian has made it to where Wendy cannot talk to media. Okay. She has been like a little gag order. Okay. She was talking a little too much. And so they blocked her from talking to media. Rosie said, Open Book Sister, Kimberly Williams wants to know if you can see her comment. She says she loves your content. Thank you so much. And I can't see Kimberly, but I'll look on my block list and see if she's on there and I'll remove her. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kimberly. Hi, Terry. Welcome. Yes, Terry, thank you for that reminder. This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various people and topics. Yes, thank you so much, Kimberly. Shout out to V for that super chat. I do appreciate that, sis. Thank you so much. And so then, y'all, this guardian blocked us. So it's almost like there's a gag order. She cannot talk to media right now, right? Well, they were able to talk to TMZ. She was able to do that interview with TMZ before that gag order. Thank God, because TMZ dug into some things. Okay. Now, y'all know, and many of y'all have probably heard that Wendy Williams, back in the past, and she's talked about this on her show before, that when she was married, her and her husband, they went through several miscarriages. Okay. When they were trying to conceive, she had multiple miscarriages, but one of her children did make it, which is her son, Kev. Okay. Now, throughout this show, her whole career, y'all, she talked a lot about her son. You could tell that she loved her son. Welcome, Lisa. Thank you for joining this evening. She talked a lot about her son. Wendy seemed like she gave him everything he wanted, gave him the best. She even kind of talked about, some of the struggles he went through sometimes, publicly on her show. But you could tell Wendy loved her son. Now, y'all know there was a transition where her husband, cheated. It was a public humiliation for Wendy. And I think after the loss of her mother and going through that publicly with the divorce, her husband had a side chick. The side chick got pregnant. You know, all of that had an effect on Wendy. The son dropped the ball. Oh yes, most definitely. Okay, and so after that, you know, things just kind of shifted a lot for her after the pandemic. She was still trying to do her show. Then, hey, Mama Three, good evening, welcome. Thank you for joining. And then, you know, she was in the house. It was becoming hard for her with her sobriety during that time because she was in the house. You know, when you're trying to stay, you know, not fall off the wagon, step on the wagon, you at home, people started ordering wine by the dozens, you know. What I'm gonna do in this house. And so things just started getting a little crazy. Then her show just kind of, man, when I tell y'all, that hurt my heart when they said that Wendy was not going to be on the show anymore. That really hurt my heart because I love that show. I really did. And so then it was just mainly her and her son. So the next thing, now y'all know we hadn't seen Wendy in a while. After we had heard about all of that, we hadn't seen her in a while until this very mysterious, weird video came out with her talking about her money. And people were like, well, Wendy is rich. Okay. Like, how come Wendy can't get her money? What's going on with this bank that they won't let Wendy get access to her money? Now, her son, now she's going to talk about, I'm going to show a short clip. Her son was supposed to be like helping her during that time with her finances. Hey, get your popcorn ready. Good evening. A part of me does feel like it's low-key karma. Am I the only one that feels this way? What makes you think it's karma? Kathleen said, wasn't her ex-husband a producer of her show? Yes. And remember, they started talking about how there was a hostile environment, okay, at that place as well. And I think it was more so on him that was making it a hostile environment, in my opinion, than Wendy. Okay. They never really put out there the full details of what happened with that. Okay. Now, even recently, now her son, you know, had been just those two. Then her son ended up moving. And then there was this time where it was some weird stuff going on, her and her DJ, because they were close. Then their relationship changed. It was just a lot taking place. And then recently, we were happy to see Wendy at her son's graduation. Okay. She went there. That's her father there on her left, and on her right is her sister. And her son just graduated from college. And so Wendy was so proud of her son. Now, let's see. V said she talked about a lot of people like dogs throughout her career. Now, because a lot of people have that opinion, and this was always my response. Hey, Pepper's Place, good evening. Now, this was my response. Some people may not like, hey, Life, good evening, the way Wendy delivered her commentary. She's a straight shooter, and she just shared her thoughts. Like V, that's how I feel that you are sometimes. Like, you're a straight shooter. Some people, they don't mean harm. They just put it out there. Some people are cautious on how they put it out there, their delivery, so forth. Now, Wendy just did it in her way. However, what she did was her job. Okay, just like how Jennifer Hudson is doing it, just like Sherry Shepherd is doing, just like The Talk. Those people all do the same thing. Is commentary. Wendy was by herself doing it. Okay, they were at tables. Most of the other ones, they were at tables with others having conversations. But she talked about trending topics in her own way. So I never understood. It's like what we do as content creators. We're reacting to things that are out there and so forth. You know, we all have different personalities. So I never understood why people felt that Wendy was so mean. Now, yes, was she mean in some of the things she said to some people? Yes, like the Whitney Houston thing. And there were times when she even apologized to some of those people. But as far as her getting on her show talking about hot topics, that was her job. And a lot of people had that opinion, that they didn't like her because she talked about people. A lot of people talk about people. So I don't know if it was just the delivery that people had something wrong with, but I felt like it was okay to me that, like, I'd rather hear it from her, because some people are politically correct, give that answer, but then Wendy gave it to you raw. Okay, that's her. That was her show in her opinion, and some people just didn't like that part. So that's what I say to that. But some people may not agree with my opinion on it. Yeah, I got what you said, because there's a lot of people that say that. My day's been crazy with working kids, but I try to catch you each chance I get, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. True, I was tearing Thorn as up in another person's live earlier. Girl, we're gonna have to discuss something about that, because child, the clickbaiting was real today. Okay. Yeah, catch your breath. Like, I remember the episode when Roseanne was on. She wasn't having it. Right. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. Hey, Southern Be Charmed, welcome. Thank you for joining. I think it's the delivery and certain topics that were very personal, but she made it a point to keep her business to herself until she couldn't anymore. Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Marie said, I think it was the delivery, because Sherry is doing the same thing and people don't seem to have an issue with it. Exactly. And Sherry was Wendy Williams' sub, so it was the same thing. I just think people just didn't like how she was a straight shooter. And she said that she's a straight shooter. She just says it how she feels. And so, yeah, I just felt like Wendy gave a lot of herself to her son, and gave him a great life. And so we would probably expect that he would do the same thing, right? Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna show this short clip from TMZ, okay, that they had to interview Wendy. Now remember, she's at this facility, is almost like a prison, which makes me mad, but she had to stand in the window on the phone to do this interview because they could not come in there. Okay, that is so crazy to me. B said Wendy had tried to bring up Roseanne's ex-husband, and Roseanne was like, "We don't talk about husbands, right, Wendy?" Yo, Roseanne got a slick mouth too. Okay. It really is unfortunate. It really is.
How Wendy ended up in a guardianship.
My understanding is somebody was in her bank account that Wells Fargo flagged, and there was large withdrawals being taken out.
My son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries, and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me? Look, all I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, and that this is still going on, because, that's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo.
Okay. Oh, it was Wells Fargo. Forgive me, Bank of America, because I think on one of my lives it said Bank of America, but I said allegedly because I forgot which bank. Okay, Wells Fargo. Now, this is the thing. This is what I don't understand. And I can't see tell Kimberly I can't see her comments. I hate that. I'm gonna have to go through my block list and see if your name is on there. But I know it is some things with YouTube, because it's a couple of content creators that they can't see me in their chats, like Toya, Dawn. They can't see me. I can't see them. Now, one live, I was able to see Dawn. She still couldn't see me. I think it was in Dee's chat. So I don't know what's going on with the YouTube situation, but we need to figure this out. Because I don't like when I can't see people, or when they can't see me, because I'm nosy too. Okay. And so my thing is this. I felt like, and some other people were wondering too, did his father during that time influence him? Okay. Southern Beach Charm says some children can be the worst. Parents give them the worst. Yes, exactly. That part. Okay, that part. And so my thing was some people thought that his father during this time could have been influencing him to take out extra money. Okay, now we have no proof of that. Uh Southern Beach said, oh, he no, I don't know, because it was some people I did back in the past, but I'm gonna have to, check it again. Okay, Beta, she's not in here though, Kathleen, but you said you can't see her comments anymore. Wow, they were in cahoots with one another. Okay, that's what I'm wondering. That's what some people were thinking, back then. My thing too, like Wendy is saying, now this is your mom that pretty much has given you everything. Okay, how come you couldn't ask your mom, could you take out certain money, so that she would know about it? Because it does look like stealing if you're taking out large sums of money. Now, with a bank, there are different things that will prompt a red flag. Okay, I used to work for the bank years ago for about 10 years. And one of the things, if you withdraw over $1,000 in a day, some things is going to just automatically send up, to the feds, that's their limit per day. Like, why are you taking out so much money? It's not a bad thing. It's just a noticing, okay, that this much money is being taken out. I think it was 1,000, 15, one of them, I think 1,000. And so it's just, okay, over 1,000, Now imagine he's going to the bank, taking out these large sums of money, 50,000, 20,000. Although his mom was a millionaire, okay, that is going to prompt the bank to take a look at that account and who's taking out these funds. It's only natural that they would place sometimes a flag or a block on your card. Like if you have a card and they start seeing these random purchases in different places, they're going to put a block on your card till you verify whether or not that's you. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that it sent up a red flag at Wells Fargo when these large sums of money were being taken out, purchases on the card for like Uber Eats, yes, Kathleen, Uber Eats and things of that sort. V said, just like when Beyonce daddy's baby mama, Beyonce's daddy's baby mama wanted sympathy for having a baby out of an affair. Kelvin's baby mama don't deserve it. Okay, hello? Girl, that lady better go sit down somewhere. Was his father influencing him to do that? We don't have proof of that, but a lot of people are wondering, was he kind of behind some of that? Okay, sad they took her money. Did he? Okay, security. Girl, that's a security for real. Okay. Marie said they said he spent over 80K on Uber Eats. No way that was just for him. Thank you, Marie. Okay. $80,000. That dude was not eating that much. He was not eating that much. Okay. He was probably spending it on his girlfriends, his friends. Y'all know how these boys are. His homeboys, all of that. Okay, I was saying Bank of America. Bank of America said, don't put us in. Okay, hey, they have enough bad press. Security, no, this time it was Wells Fargo. That's a lot of Uber Eats, my goodness, exactly. Wells Fargo is already sus. Okay. Probably while she was in the sober house. Hello? Okay, V? Because remember, there was a time when she was at that sober house where they were taking her when she was trying to, get clean again. Now, y'all, Wendy even shared, I don't know if y'all saw that last live I did about her, but one day when they were taking her, because they had to take her in this car to her show, someone always had to be with her to her show and to that house. And she talked about it on her show. She said that one day, in order to get away, when the car stopped at a light, said that she hopped out of that car and took off running. Said she was running down the sidewalk and she ran into Al Roker. She ran into Al Roker and she was looking disheveled. And I guess he was like, Wendy, you okay? And so from that point on, she was able to make some phone calls and things like that. But that's how she escaped from, getting out of that sober house. It was almost, if you think about it, it's similar to kind of what she's doing now. They was trying that stuff with Wendy back then, trying to keep her locked up. Probably a similar house. That's crazy. Yeah, she better go somewhere. He doesn't weigh that much. Right. He was tricking it out probably after Kelvin's demonic act made her relapse. Yes, it was. And I blame him like I do. A lot of this, I blame him. I'm going to be honest. That's just my opinion. Because he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? That was embarrassing for her. I think it took it to another level when people found out that side chick was pregnant. Because I think she probably knew he was cheating. And it probably was okay, to a certain extent. But then when she got pregnant, people started finding out about that. That took her to another level in that. And it really sent her off the wagon, in my opinion. Remember Wells Fargo had an employee pass away and was slumped over at her desk for 3 days. No one noticed? What? Girl, I never heard about that. Oh my gosh. Hey, Robin, good evening. Welcome. Her had no business with that boy. Okay. I'm telling you, that's crazy. 3 days.
Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people.
Wells Fargo.
Notice she said her son and the other people. Who were those other people? Okay.
Go. Your bank said you were the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation with respect to your money. Who was unduly influencing you? Who is the person that was doing this?
Thank you. Listen, my son is a really good person. You know what? Oh, God, I'm not going to cry about that. Oh, I'm sorry for cursing. Look, my son is a good person, but at this point, he is a horrible person to me.
Wow. Y'all, I never would have thought Wendy would have said that. That hurt my heart. She said he's a good person, but he's a horrible person to her. You would think that your child would have your back, especially in something like this, when you've been there for them, giving them the world, whatever they want, probably, taking care of his apartment note, all of that, his mortgage, rent, whatever you have to pay. And then you do your mama like this. Like, I really wish I could have a one-on-one with him and really talk to him. You get one mama. Okay? Your mom is locked up in this place. She doesn't have access to her money because you up here spending that lady's money like crazy. And really, y'all, to be honest, I know we were looking at this situation in a negative because Wendy couldn't get access to her money. But then on the other side of that, I started thinking to myself, well, dang, if they wouldn't have cut it out, the lady wouldn't have anything. Okay? Imagine if they would have let this boy continue to take her money. At least now, I mean, this guardian, though, I don't know how much she's taking, okay? But imagine, though, if it would have kept going at that rate, he would have eaten up and done whatever to her money, and then she wouldn't have anything left. So it's almost a blessing in disguise, though, that they did put a stop to his spending of her money. Now we're trying to get her to get access to her money, and hopefully this guardian isn't taking it and eating it up, okay, with some other stuff. She may not be using the Uber Eats, but hey, I hope they keeping a check on what she's spending out of the money too. because allegedly when her niece, they were talking, when Wendy has a taste for certain water that she can afford, why are you not bringing her that water? How come you have to give her an off brand of her water? Okay, this lady has millions. Okay, give her the kind of water that she wants. What else are you doing with the money? So yes, they need to look into her spending as well. B said you have to watch how you treat your kids and what you expose them to. I used to work in a nursing home, and you'd be surprised how many kids drop their parents off and will say they were drunks. What? Or drug addicts. Wow, that's so sad. Mm-mm-mm. Do you know if the son is getting a monthly allowance from the guardian? That's a good question. I don't know. I doubt it, to be honest. He might. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no, but the way that all this stuff is on lock, I think they mentioned some of that in the documentary. I'm trying to remember, did they say something though? But yeah, I doubt it. Shoes. Boy, you've been spending up that money. You better go get a job. See, now you're going to have to work. Because, see, I know Wendy probably was giving him an allowance. But who knows? He might. He might.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the way he moves with other people. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
There was a situation where Kevin says he wanted to rent a boat for his birthday for $1,500 and ended up getting a boat that rented out for $113,000. And he blamed it on the bank, that the bank wanted him to have that.
Now, wait a second. What in the world? So you wanted to rent out a boat for $15,000, and then you rented it out for $113,000, talking about the bank wanted you to have it. What in the world did you do with $100,000? See, that's the part that they were suspicious about. How in the world are you doing your mom like this? V said, imagine what he was exposed to when his mom was on drugs, heavy, and certain issues she dealt with in the home with the dad. Oh, yeah. Wait, what drugs? V, I thought it was alcohol. I don't remember her being on drugs. He just have been treating his mama just the way his dad treated and used Wendy. You know what, Tammy? And hi, Tammy. You know what? I was thinking that same thing earlier. It's so sad that he probably witnessed, and it's kind of going in line with what V said as well. He witnessed a lot. Okay. He was with his dad a lot, and he witnessed a lot. And he probably saw some things that his dad did to his mom. And it's almost like he did mimic that behavior towards his mother. Yes, I can see that. I was thinking about that earlier. Lil Kev was flossing on his mom's money. Yes, Suez. Okay. Security, we need an audit. Lock him up. Rebecca said she almost cussed. Okay. Girl, that's a big difference. 15,000 and you took out 100 and some thousand. Boy, have you lost your mind? But see, he thought that money was going to always be there. Okay. He didn't know that somebody was going to put a stop to it. So he just out here just spending. Boy, now you done messed it up. You got to get a job. Okay. Tammy, that is what I was thinking. Girl. Yes, girl. She used to be on back in the day. Got you. Okay. Oh, okay. He never saw his dad be independent. Yeah, his daddy was probably relying on his mama. Because they met when she had already been famous, the radio show and things like that. That she probably had, stack. What did he have? I want to know. I've always wondered, what was his job? Okay. What kind of money did you bring to the table? Okay. Yeah, Mr. Hunter. He always depended on Wendy, even when that woman was pregnant. Yes, that made me mad too. Like, seriously. Look up the radio interview she did with Judge Mathis. I can only imagine. Oh Lord. I will. That's crazy to spend that kind of money on renting a boat. Yes, that is crazy.
That never really made sense to me.
Normie, you know what I'm saying? He has a way of getting with, you know, a couple of other people. You know what I'm saying? My son is not the only one, you know what I'm saying, involved with my money.
You talk.
Wow. Y'all, it's going to be some stuff coming out. Okay. She said her son is not the only one that was involved with her money. That's what makes me also think, did her husband, her ex-husband, also have something to do with that money being taken? Because y'all know he was going through a hard time. Okay. They had lost the house, and I think even the side chick left them. Okay. So he could have been asking his son, look, go take out some extra money so you can give me some, in my opinion. Because he was struggling. It was he wanted a judge to get Wendy to pay him X amount of dollars. Okay. And that's when she didn't even have access to her own money. How is she going to give you money? Yes, while she was in that rehab. Yes. Okay, sir, go get a job. And your son has to now get a job. Okay. Her money is closed. Y'all done got her money closed. The bank is closed. Okay. Now we trying to get Wendy some help so she can get access to her money again. You know? Didn't she also have caretakers that were attending to her around the clock? I'd be suspicious about them. Yes. And based on that documentary, I didn't trust those people. Okay. I didn't know them, but something about, I don't know, something about that whole setup, I just side-eyed it. And now I see why. Because after the documentary, we started finding out more stuff about this guardianship situation. And I really want to see that whole documentary that TMZ is doing. She was smart, though. She quit her show, and as long as she doesn't have a TV show, she don't have to pay him. It's on paper. Oh, really? See, I was thinking she would start like a little podcast, you know, when she's able to. But that's good. Okay. The side piece left his ass. Okay. The side chick left him too. That's good for him. And she better file child support. Okay. I will file child support on him too. Sir, go get a job. Because you messed this whole thing up. Y'all, you were even a producer on the show. I blame you. Okay. I never really say that about too many people. I really don't. You know, because everybody is responsible for their own actions. But when it comes to this Wendy situation, I blame her ex-husband. I'm sorry. I do. I truly feel like that was the start of this. That lady, she even talked about it on that movie that they did. You know, that she felt that her husband was her protector. You know, and that's what they supposed to be. And then you up here cheating. I don't even think Wendy cheated on that man. You know, it's like, golly. And then after that, things just started going downhill. The lady lost her mom, you know, and all of this. And I believe it started with him. It's just crazy. Probably was messing with folks at work that was trying to, you know, she had her close friends at work. They said it's a hostile work environment. He probably was messing with them folks, making them mad. You know, probably didn't want nobody getting too close to her, or they would find out that they, you know, their problems and stuff. You know, that's just my opinion. What's wrong with people? Get your own. Greed is a sin. Definitely wasn't honoring his mother. Exactly. Wendy trusted people too much, and because of her addiction, she left others to keep up with her financial issues. Probably, Kathleen. Yep, probably put too much trust. The son ain't it. He was supposed to pay someone to whoop the side. To whoop that side chick's ass, and then his daddy's. I know that's right. Okay, security. This somewhat reminds me of B. Smith. Her story is sad too. Yes. Oh my goodness. That is so true. I forgot about that story, Marie. Wow. It is his fault. As a matter of fact, everything that she went through is his fault. Right? Okay. We blaming him. Okay. He kept her strung up, never got her help when she needed it. Exactly. That is so sad. It really is. It really is. Yeah, we blame him. Okay, that's the consensus here. We blame him. You know, this is so sad. So, y'all, I just pray for this situation. I know that hurts Wendy's heart because, you know, she loves her son. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Let everyone know we're live. We still have a goal if you would like to contribute to the super sticker, super chat, okay? Any amount to help me reach my goal on tonight. Now, we're going to keep up with this. The documentary is coming out. I hope that we'll continue to see some progress. I know that the Guardian has recently submitted to the courts to have a new evaluation done on Wendy. So, you know, they can see if she still needs this guardianship. You know, she mentally capable of taking care of herself and so forth. So y'all say a prayer, you know, that something good comes out of this situation when they do the new evaluation. And we'll follow that. Now, speaking of doing wrong, okay, we're gonna move into our next little topic tonight. Now, Miss Allison Holker, which I always want to say Hooker. I don't know why I want to call that lady Allison Hooker. Miss Holker, come to the front of the line. Okay. Now, girl, we told you that you had messed up. We told you messed up. Okay. We tried to tell you that you had messed up when you first came out with this new book. Okay. Rosie said, I had my first therapy session today. Congratulations, Rosie. I'm so happy for you. Keep that going. Okay. V said this pale face demon. Girl, we told you had messed up. Now, Allison Holker is the wife or widow. Well, what do I want to call her? She was a widow, but isn't she remarried? Did she ever get remarried, y'all? She was a widow of Twitch boss. Y'all know he used to be. Thank you, Life, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. I really do. I don't know if she got remarried. I think she got remarried or boyfriend, one of them. Okay. She might have got remarried. But this was their family. Okay. That's Twitch at the bottom. If y'all remember, they have 2 kids together, and she has now a daughter, 16 years old, from a previous relationship. But he used to be I'm talking about Wendy. Look at me still on Wendy. Okay, he used to be Ellen's DJ. Okay, always about the dancing and so forth. Okay, they're dating. Okay, they're just dating. And so she tricked my boy. She's nothing to him. Okay, hello. Hey, Busy Bee, welcome. Caller the trifling heifer. Y'all come on, ready. Okay. Not the Black Widow. The Black Widow. Southern Bee says she's not married. Okay, good. So she's not married. So we'll go with trifling, the trifling heifer, Black Widow. Okay. So yes, so they were married, and you know, Twitch passed away due to, they said it was suicide. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But we have always kind of had, a lot of people, I should say, had doubts about how his life ended. So, you know, what could we do though? What could we do but type into chats, talk to one another, you know, about it? And that was what it was. It was never investigated. Well, now, lo and behold, the trifling heifer Black Widow decided to write a new book called This Far. And when she started doing her interviews, she started letting out some details that she's put in this book that were a bit disturbing. Okay. One one thing that she put in the book was after Twitch had passed away and she was at home, she found a large like shoebox full of drugs, different types of drugs. And people were like, huh? Because on his autopsy report, there was no report of drugs or alcohol in his system. Okay. So my thing is, why would you even bring that up? Let's just say it was the case. What was that? Why would you have to bring something up like that? Right. And then there was some other things in there about his mental health situation, crises, and all of this other stuff, you know. And I was just like, well, what is this lady doing? I cried a lot talking, but one day at a time. They called CPS on me too. Keep calling the police and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rosie. We'll be praying, sis." Oh my goodness, I really hate that. Tammy said, "Y'all, Loretta Brown says the judge has ruled." Oh yeah, I saw that live, Tammy. But I don't know, you know, I'm gonna wait before I start reporting that because you know the date is Friday. So I saw a couple of content creators start posting that. So I'm gonna wait just to make sure. But hey, it could be true. There's a lot of mystery to his death. Right, Life? Yes, I agree. She's on some Jenny Ma. Yes, and yeah, we're about to get into Jenny Ma one day. Because this girl, I promise you, I never thought she was like that. From watching her on the reel, I never would have thought Jeannie was like this. Never. Okay, so we're going to definitely have a day where we talk about her too. Because she's doing the absolute most. Okay? I see why. Her and that first husband, he probably was like, thank you, Jesus, get me out of here. But she's trifling, no loyalty, not even to the dead. Exactly, that part. Okay? She got all of those kids. Yeah, that's the hard part. The man is gone. Why? When he's not here to defend himself. Exactly. Okay? That's the part that people had a problem with. She been moving funny ever since he passed away. Yes. Okay. So we told her, lady, this is not a good idea because a lot of people like were so upset. And so the family of Stephen Twitch Boss plan on suing Allison. Okay. Now on Tuesday today, his mother, Connie Boss Alexander, and Twitch's younger brother, Dre Rose, they appeared on CBS Mornings where they discussed Holker's controversial new memoir, This Far, which is largely about Twitch. Okay. Now, Gayle King did this interview. So I'm going to have to actually go back and look at that part because I want to see some of, hold on, let me see something, y'all, right quick. I ain't gonna show that whole thing. Oh, I might can show it on YouTube. Thank y'all for your patience. Okay, so I may show just a little of it. I ain't gonna show too much of it. Okay, and so let me see. Hey PM, welcome. Thank you for joining. She's gonna get jumped at Costco's, girl. Hey Brittany, good evening. Welcome. I can't stand Gail's behind. She let Megan the Stallion slide for lying to her. Be so silly, girl, Gail. But she held it down though with R. Kelly. Baby, she didn't let R. Kelly play in her face. Baby, R. Kelly stood up. He was doing all that crying and fighting the air. Gail didn't even twitch. I was like, R. Kelly, sit down. You're guilty. Sit down. Okay. That's the look Gail gave R. Kelly that day. Boy, you guilty. Sit down. Okay, we don't need to see all of that. Okay, so during this interview, Gayle King, his mom explained that it was hard to believe the allegations made about her son in this book. Okay, now in this the book Holker claimed that she discovered a cornucopia of drugs that her late husband left behind, along with mental health issues that he faced before his death. The couple, who married in 2013, shared a son and daughter, while Holker also has a 16-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. So I'm going to show just a tad bit of that interview. She gives me Sam's Club, but she can still get caught slipping in the parking lot. She does give Sam's Club. Okay. Yeah, Allison has been moving weird after Twitch's death. That's crazy. I'm side-eyeing Miss Hooker with her drug. Oh, thank you, Suez. Hello. Okay. Because there was evidence of her being on something allegedly when she got arrested at an airport. Okay. Back in 2018. Yeah. That just miraculously out of nowhere, the officer cam footage just popped up. I said, Twitch said, you're gonna quit lying on my name. Okay, because we gonna show y'all who was really on something. Okay. What part, Brittany? But won't tell us how her and OB, matter of fact, never mind. Okay, hello, girl. And where is Ellen? Where did Ellen go? Let me pull up this. I just want to know, where's Ellen? And where's the video? Y'all got me over here tickled. Okay, here it is.
Twitch, a charismatic dancer and daytime personality.
Hey.
But to Connie Boss Alexander, Stephen was her loving son.
He was kind and caring, and I know that sounds cliche, but he truly was kind and caring. And
Brittany, yeah, we don't believe that.
Always wanting to make sure you were okay and taking care of you. We're a very affectionate family, so very affectionate. He always kissed me on my forehead.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah. Connie last texted with Stephen on Monday, December 12th, 2022. She says it was an ordinary conversation. They talked about work and his children's Christmas list. The next morning, Connie says she got a phone call from his wife, Allison Holker, asking if she had heard from him. Hours later, he was found dead in a hotel room with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Connie's brother, Alan, told her the terrible news.
And I just remember Alan saying, Connie, he's gone.
Mm.
And I just dropped. You can't imagine those words.
I can. Connie says she is still processing Stephen's death and what she says happened next when she flew to California to be with Allison and the children.
The intent was to grieve together.
Okay. Thank you, V. Thank you. Because I thought I was the only one that wanted to know that. Okay. Y'all mean to tell me in all of today's time with technology, we don't have any video footage from by his room? Nobody heard a gunshot sound? Like, come on now. In a hotel, if you next door to someone and you hear something like that, somebody was going to say something. Okay? Like, man, what was that loud noise? Did y'all hear that? Come on now. The wall's not that thick. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's weird to me. Nobody saw anything. It's sad and heartbreaking. It really is for this mother. She had just talked to her son. She had his family to sign an NDA to go to his funeral. Right. That is a red flag, too. That's very suspect. Okay. If he was on drugs, somebody would know. Yes. Her meal ticket went with him. She's gonna slap up big time, slip up big time one day. Yes, I agree.
Be a family together because we were family. We were boss. And we wanted to be there for her. We were, trying to figure out what we were going to do or what she wanted to do in terms of plans. And then I got a phone call saying, we need you guys to sign non-disclosure agreements.
Mm.
And we were like, why? What's going on? What is this for? And she says, well, somebody in the family has sold a story to a magazine. And we were like, what are you talking about? Who did this? And she said, Granddad. And that's Stephen's grandfather. And now, if you know my dad,
Oh, wow.
he is the most respected, the most integrity.
Right.
Would never do that. So a magazine did call him, and in the throes of grief, my father answered the phone and they asked him
Questions.
right. And he's answering,
answered them.
right. He's answering the questions and, saying we're grieving. We don't know what happened, whatever the answers were. But it was at that point that it became, you guys are doing this. We need you to sign this. And we were like, no, that is not true. And that's kind of where it started. It went,
So that's when the friction
yes,
started,
yes.
asking for the NDA.
It went downhill from there.
You were asked to sign an NDA to go to the funeral?
It became, if you don't sign, you will not be able to see him and you will not be able to participate.
Oh, no. No. I'll be like, ma'am, look. Okay, this is my son. So you mean to tell me you made this man's mother and family sign an NDA to attend his funeral? Yeah, but she can write a book. And it's because, because people probably did want to know, and it was a lot going around, that this is suspicious. See, that's the part that also puts up a red flag to me, because why do you have a problem with, even if his grandfather did answer some questions, if it's nothing to hide and it happened like that, why were you so upset? Okay, that's a red flag too. Yeah, that's some ish. Okay, this man's the mother should have been exempt, if anything. If she want to talk about her son, she could talk about her son. That's her son. I would have had my own service and had her explain why they weren't there. Hello, B. That would have been a great idea. Okay, I would be like, ma'am, go on with your service. We're gonna celebrate him too. We're gonna do our own service. And my thing is, she had that right to do that if she wanted to. Right, Lisa? It sounds very suspicious. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Totally wrong on so many levels. Yes, that takes a lot of nerve to his own family.
Connie says she signed a revised version of the non-disclosure agreement so that she could see her son before he was cremated.
Wow.
In her now released memoir, Allison Holker expressed concern about pictures of Stephen leaking to the public.
To make me sign a document to see the child that I brought into the world?
Right.
I can't even put into words what that feels like. And this was a sensational story, so definitely there are going to be people out there who would take advantage of that. So I truly understand that. I guess my issue with it is that we are family. I'm his mother.
Right.
What did you honestly think I was going to do? His brothers, his grandparents, his uncle, his aunts. Right. What did you think we were going to do?
Now, just over 2 years since Stephen's death, a People magazine article has become a new point of contention. It included details from Allison's book about Stephen's marijuana use, and Allison allegedly finding a, quote, cornucopia of other drugs in the home he shared with her and their 3 children after Stephen passed. And when you read it for the first time and heard it, what did you think? How did you react?
Immediately it was, oh my God. And then it was, this is going to be out there for the.
Wait, yes, I'm glad you brought that up, Kathleen. That is so true. She's also grieving not being able to see her grandkids because the mom has not let them go and visit with their grandparent. And that's sad too. You already have to go through the loss of your son, but now not being able to see his kids. That's a whole other evil to me. You already made these people sign an NDA, and at the same time, if people gonna do it, they gonna do it. Look at what happened with Whitney, okay? And that was family, and so those pictures too. So she probably was thinking something like that was going to happen. If people gonna do it, they gonna do it. But to make this woman sign, this is his mother, sign something like that, that's a big red flag. But yet you can go around and do interviews, books, tarnishing this man's reputation about stuff that wasn't even in the autopsy. I could see if they did find something in his during his autopsy, and then you're like, well, that kind of goes with what was found. Then okay, I could kind of see maybe he was going through some mental things, doing some some drugs and things like that. But why even bring that up if that wasn't even in his system? So to me, that's another red flag. So this lady is going through a lot. Okay. Changing your last name takes some weeks. The fact that she did it a few days after he passed is crazy. Another red flag. Security. Okay. Like, girl, you have red flags all over the place. She was the one caught on body cam and arrested for being drunk. Thank you. We didn't see any. We haven't seen any videos of him getting arrested for being drunk or on something, because they couldn't even wake her up on the airplane. Okay. So girl, it looks like the other way around. You sure that wasn't your shoebox? And it's so ironic that this didn't take place at home, because if it had taken place at home, they would have searched that house because it would have been a crime scene and they would have found it. It's your word against everybody. Who's to say that really came from there, allegedly? Okay, so really it's just your word against, okay, he's gone. So he can't even defend himself. But how do we know you telling the truth? That's all I'm saying. Where's the lawsuit? Where's all the activists at? Right. Yes, it's a lot of red flags. A lot of red flags. I'm sure she won't see them now after the interview and lawsuit. Oh, yeah. She's definitely going to give them a harder time, okay, after this. She has to look up her legal grandparents' rights. Yes, because they do have something out there like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, make that trick take a lie detector test. Okay. Hey, Shelly Shells. Hey, sis. Yeah, make them take a lie detector test. I can't see anyone who has a drug addiction offering themselves sober. Busy bee, say it again for the people in the back. Okay, say that again. Oh, you sober. Oh, I'm just going to go down to this hotel. Come on now. Nothing about that seemed real to me. It just seemed off from hearing it. And I wasn't the only one, because if you would look in the comments underneath some of those articles and so forth, a lot of people wondered what really happened. Was sleeping with one of his friends, probably, allegedly. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past anybody. Hi, Is Mrs. X in here? I missed her name. Let's see, because I was on another screen. Did I miss Mrs. X? I see y'all said hi, Mrs. X. I must have missed her name in here. Lord, can I not see her too? What's going on tonight? Oh, you said come out wherever you are. Okay, gotcha. Because I say, well, dog, how many people I can't see? How much you try to hide it, somebody would end up catching on to him using anything hard. Right. Right. And he was on the Ellen show. Like, I think they worked with him daily. Somebody would have caught on to something like Twitch not acting right. Something's off with him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever brought anything up about this man. They had just done a video together, dance video. I think a night before or so. She was blackmailing and threatening him allegedly. I wouldn't put it past her when she does something like this.
Kids to see.
If you've recently been injured in a car accident that wasn't your fault, I've got one question for you. Do you know how to get the maximum?
The People article also included details about Stephen's private journals. where Allison says he alluded to being sexually abused as a child.
I guess my thought is, first of all, that was his story to tell.
Were you aware that that was even a
Thank
possible issue for him? You know,
No.
in the People article, there she alludes that he may have been, that he seemed to indicate that he had been sexually abused by a trusted male figure in his life.
No,
You were not aware
No.
of any of that.
no.
Those details were also a shock to Stephen's younger.
And my thing also, if that was the case, ma'am, we want to see those journals, have some handwriting experts take a look at it. Okay. Because, I mean, I hope you have some type of proof of all of this stuff that you put in this book. Like, what journals? Who? Let somebody see those journals. Because, see, at this point, we don't trust your word. Okay, was she messing around with him? I wouldn't put it past her. Like, seriously.
Brother, Dre Rose. So did you know about any of these issues before the People magazine article came out? Cornucopia of drugs, including mushrooms, pills, and other substances, implying that he had a serious drug issue.
I knew that recreationally he's used or tried things. That wasn't a shock to me. This cornucopia of drugs that had to be Googled, we don't even know if those were, we don't know anything to be true.
Right.
Finish that sentence. We don't even know if those were his.
Yes, I mean, really,
Mhm.
it's hearsay. It's someone else's version. And if that
Exactly. And baby, go on and say it could have been her.
is the truth, there could have been a better way to bring that to the family, and then we discuss, this what that meant.
So you wish there would have been a conversation with the
Right.
Yes.
that I found this.
Yeah, huh? Do
Did
you know
you-
anything about it?
Were you aware of possible sexual abuse in his
No.
childhood? You
No,
knew nothing
that was
about
new.
that.
That was
So that was a shock to you
was
to hear
new.
that.
Yes. It was a shock to me. It was a shock to our father.
Mhm.
Because when that
Absolutely.
comes up, it's like, well, hold on, a
Who
male
was
figure
it?
in
A
the
male
family.
figure,
Right.
yeah.
So now you have
Right,
our
right.
family looking at each other like, well, what happened? And
Mhm.
we didn't know anything of that nature.
Mhm. When we talk about drugs, and she didn't use the word that he was an addict, but she did say that there were a lot of drugs. Couldn't she have known things about him that you two didn't? Mom wouldn't know, you wouldn't
It's a
know.
possibility. I mean,
The
they were
wife
married.
often knows more than the family, even as close as the family is. You don't give her a pass on that she may know things that you all didn't know
I think
about him.
there are things that she knows that we didn't know, but also know that there are things about him that she didn't know.
Dre, who worked with Stephen, says his brother would often confide in him about struggling with issues like imposter syndrome, and together they would come up with ways to tackle his insecurities.
Mhm.
He says Stephen told him that those conversations were difficult with Allison.
So, in my opinion, our conversation
Hello. Thank you, brother. Because guess what? Just like you think you knew a lot as a wife about him that he shared, guess what? He probably shared some stuff with his family that he never told you. He probably didn't even want to tell. He might have been scared to tell her. In our opinion. I mean, hey, because look at how she doing him after he passed away and can't defend himself. Yes, y'all, please hit the like button. Let everyone know we are live. Also, if you are enjoying the show and would like to show some support, free ways would be to hit the like and to watch the ads. Also, you can send a super sticker, super chat towards my Go Cash app. It is scrolling on the screen. The point is, this heifer was not supposed to write an MFing book about this BS. V is silly. Now, see, V, that's how Wendy Williams delivered her info. Okay. Okay. He probably married this chick with no prenup. Probably. I'm telling you. They be talking cash about their wives, but still stay. Girl, he probably was over there telling them everything. And you heard the brother. The brother tried to say it in a little slick way, too. I caught it. Okay. Thank you, Shelly. I caught that. I was like, He said, oh, yeah, it's some stuff we know, too. He was trying to throw some hits at her. Look, you're not the only one that knows some stuff. Okay. I heard that, brother. I heard it.
that he had with me, he felt silenced, like he couldn't get it out.
He felt silenced in his own home, you're
Yes,
saying?
often.
Mhm.
Often. I mean, he loved his wife. He
Yeah.
loved those kids.
Yes.
And he would definitely give them his last. But in any situation in which you can't have a conversation and get resolved, it becomes one-sided. And I believe, because you asked about their relationship, I can say that there were many conversations, there was no resolve.
Mhm.
But he would always say to me, "This is life. The lights are on. I'll figure it out."
A lot has been made about the NDA, that the family was asked to sign an NDA, to go to the funeral, to have the wake. What is your take about this NDA?
The NDA made my brother's life and experiences pretty much intellectual property.
The family shared a copy of the initial confidentiality agreement, which Dre says was sent by Allison's assistant 3 days after Stephen's death. It names Allison Holker, her family, and Stephen Boss as beneficiaries, and says that confidential information about their professional or business endeavors, personal lives, and any photographs, films, or videos cannot be disclosed, even in the course of casual discussions to any person or entity. In a revised version of that NDA, the Boss family and Allison's team changed the terms of the agreement from an unlimited time frame to apply only to the information learned between the time of Stephen's death and his memorial service.
It was presented to us as, we don't want pictures at the wake and funeral and things of that nature.
That's a fair request.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
But if you have that in the beginning of the NDA and then in the fine print, it says all these other things that are included, that's the concern.
After the People magazine article was published, members of the Boss family and the public began reacting online. Allison Holker put out a statement in response to that backlash, saying in part that she hoped by sharing the full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Stephen.
Right.
What do you say to that?
I see no accountability in that statement. I see no accountability in the fact that the family had to find out about these things in the manner that they did. And if that is what you want to convey or share to the public, bringing up someone's journal entries, that's not how you expose it. There could have been, hey, this is my experience and I want to let people know what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
But to use my brother's name and make it seem like he had this serious addiction problem and his sexual abuse allegation, that could have been true. That could have been true, but that isn't. I don't think that's the reason why my brother isn't here today.
You don't? Why do you think your brother isn't here today?
I think that's a question for Allison.
Oh,
What are you saying, Dre?
I think she knows more than us because she.
wait a second. Uh-oh. Did y'all hear that? He said, he did not hesitate when he said it too. Okay, that's a question for Allison why he's not here today. Oh my goodness. Wait a second. Oh, she's definitely going to be mad about this interview. Okay. She has no regards for his family, just like Thorne, who happens to want to be a white woman. Oh my goodness me. Y'all, this thing is about to take a deep turn. Okay. Yes, you can't blame him. Open book. Right. Like he came out and said that thing. That's what a lot of people been thinking, but he actually said, oh Lord, this is about to take a turn.
She was there. She knows his last known whereabouts. She knows the last conversation they had.
So the way to heal, because ultimately you want to see your grandchildren and you want to see your nieces and your nephews. So what do you do to heal this? And I'm not even saying it's all on you, but what can be done to heal this?
Extend the offer for a conversation.
Dre?
I feel like we've extended our hand the past 2 years and there hasn't been consistency.
Extended outside of social media.
Outside, oh yes.
Yeah, outside of social media.
There's many messages and phone calls where we've been left unread or not acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's changed behavior.
So
like if you make an act that shows kindness. If you embody the spirit that my brother had of kindness and love and light, give that light to his family. You want to help people, help his family heal, because we're going through it as well.
Now, in a statement Connie Boss Alexander sent us after finishing Allison Holker's book, she said in part, "Devastated does not begin to describe my pain. I am blindsided and heartbroken by the cruel, reckless implications in her book, which not only dishonor my son's memory, but also inflict irreparable harm on our grieving family." In a statement to CBS News, Allison Holker says this: "Connie has and will continue to be a positive and loving figure in Allison and Stephen's son, Maddox, and daughter Zaya's lives. From grandparents' day at school to family lunches, ice cream dates, and Stephen's brother Cameron's video game meetups with Maddox. We hope to continue these traditions over the years and work together to keep Stephen's memory alive." Now, when they reach out to me, neither one of us are interested in doing a Let's Bash Allison interview, and I don't think that's what this is. They just really wanted people to know from their side.
They want their truths out too.
They want their truth out. They're worried about Stephen's legacy. She's only seen her grandchildren twice since Stephen's death, over 2 years and 2 months ago. She would like to have more contact.
Right.
We should point out that the autopsy report showed no drugs or alcohol were found in Stephen's system at the time of his death. That was very important. They wanted people to know that. So it's a family in pain, I think, on both sides. And I'm hoping that they can figure out a way that they can come together so that they can heal.
They are all dealing with
the
grief and the trauma of
Yeah.
what happened. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Because it was a shock.
I do feel for Stephen's family. I do. My heart breaks for them.
Yeah.
That's his blood.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm really hoping they can find a way to come together and put all this, and there is a lot, as you've just laid out, for the kids, if for nothing else.
Yeah, it's hard to hear that they learned those things in the media the same time we all did.
Difficult sit down, but you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
Girl, you funny. Okay, between you and me, y'all got me.
No surprise with me here.
But I agree. I got tired of that other one. Okay. Now, if I were them, okay. Now she did that little his ex, the widow, Black Widow. She did that whole statement to CBS with, "Oh, they can do the ice cream dates, the grandparents' day." Okay, guess what? We're gonna get all this in writing because you're trying to play on people's tops. They've only seen those kids 2 times, okay, in almost 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years. So yes, let's get a judge, a mediator, like B said. Let's get that in place. Get some of those dates settled, okay, as far as when, because you're just trying to make it look like you're peaceful and you're not doing anything. You're withholding those children from meeting up with their grandmother and uncle. Okay. And now with this lawsuit, things coming out, she's really going to not probably let them see them. This is going to upset her. This interview, she seems like she's already feeling some type of way. Now, to me, in my opinion, she's going to go harder to get at them. I really feel that. And then it seems like she may get on the defensive because people may start looking at her as a liar or some type of way, especially after what that brother said. Okay. I'm like, that's going to turn into a whole little thing right there. They would never trust her. Exactly. The dancing baby maker. Right. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, she's going to go harder to get back at them for that. Why hasn't the courts been involved? Tired of these grandparents slacking? Well, I guess they finally, after this book situation, his mom is taking a stand in honor of her son, to not let this lady get away with tarnishing his character, his reputation. Like the brother said, where is the proof? Okay. And I said the same thing. Like, lady, where are these journals? Let's get a handwriting expert involved. Okay, because we're going to make you prove everything you saying up in this book. What about these drugs? Where are they? Let's see. Like, girl, come on. This was your husband, the father of your children. Don't tell me you was trying to just make some money, okay, for an organization. And you putting all that about his mental health in this book. No, what else? How else is this benefiting you? She shouldn't be keeping the kids, the grandparents, and his uncle. Yeah. The stand should have been taken once the kids were kept away. Right. And I guess, because they had seen the children those couple of times, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if any communication had been made and maybe she didn't go through with it. Some of those details we don't know, but I think more stuff is about to come out. Okay, especially if they're going to file this lawsuit. She's going to have to prove some of this stuff. It's no way you can get away with just saying, oh, this or that. No, let's halt the sales. Okay. And let's prove some stuff since you have so much to say. And your body cam video was just leaked 7 years later. And they have all the rights to not trust her. Exactly. Okay. My in-laws don't play that crap. I know that's right. Yeah. Where's the proof? Let's start proving some stuff. Okay, where are the journals that you were talking about? Like if I were to write a book, my mom wanted me to turn some of her journals into a book. I got proof. Okay, that's her handwriting. They can look at the handwriting. I'm going to go through and stuff like that. So if she has these journals, where are they? Is it his handwriting? Where are the drugs that you were talking about? So yeah, let's get some proof out there. I would halt the book sales until this is validated. I would also get that in writing, what she just said on CBS to them. Let's get that in writing. Let's go ahead and set up some dates and let's get it in writing since you're so big and bad with your response. Okay, let's go ahead and get it in writing. When is Grandparents' Day this year? Okay, when are the ice cream dates? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that in writing because we don't trust you. Okay, what was y'all last conversation about? Right. That's what the brother was saying too. Okay, what was the last conversation? She was with him. What happened? He just went from dancing, doing a dance video with her to a hotel away from the house, no car, all of that. Come on now. Something always seemed fishy with that. So, girl, we told you that was a bad idea with this book. You should have put a stop to it. And we're not going to even go deep into with this thing that y'all were allegedly a part of. I already talked about that on a previous slide, that 7M TikTok cult allegedly. We're not gonna even go there, okay? Because that guy who's over that pastor, he's up for a trial. We're not gonna go there though. We'll wait it out. We'll see where this is gonna go. Okay, because it's definitely something deeper. I'd be interested in knowing how the book sales are going. Let's see, Suez. Look, y'all make me do some research right quick. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that and see. I'm gonna hold y'all while I'm doing that, but I'm gonna research it and see how many books has she sold so far. I'm curious to know, because she said it's all of the proceeds from the book are going to an organization, not directly to her. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna follow up with y'all about that. The book sales. Yeah, that's a good question. Suez. Was he a registered owner? I don't know. Probably. That lady did. Rebecca just coming out saying, or knows who. Probably, allegedly. She wasted no time running to tell her story. Okay. Now she's under the microscope as she should be. Right, exactly. Something's fishy about this is not adding up. We've always thought that, a lot of us. I hope they are suing the publisher as well. I think she had someone to unalive him. Well, y'all know I showed that Sloan Bella reading from, you know how like, now y'all know how I feel about this stuff. However, I looked at that as some entertainment. And baby, okay, what Twitch was telling her that she was telling us, yeah, that thing is deep. Okay, y'all got to go back and look at that live I did about that. Yeah. Okay, it was more to that story. Somebody was in that room with him, allegedly, making him sign stuff and all of that. I didn't say it. Sloan Bella said Twitch was telling her. Okay. It's more to this story, y'all. I just always felt that. Always felt that. She had someone, yeah, okay, I read that one. Probably of the gun. Did his family hire a private investigator? I don't know. That would be a good idea. I meant to say pow pow. Thank you, B. It's number 1 on Amazon, but number so not sure. Okay, so it's number 1 on Amazon. Wow. Is going to her own organization. Oh, she owns that organization. Okay, interesting. Thank you. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. I wonder if she's had second thoughts on writing that book. Probably not if her sales are way up there. Hey, back to me. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay. Thank you, Southern Beach Charm. Once we found out that she's behind the organization, security. Okay, objection. Girl, don't play us. We got people that's gonna look into that stuff. Okay. Thank you, Marie. Audiobook is number 1. Wow. Oh, but the family, baby, they're gonna put a halt to that. A lot of people are. That doesn't mean much. Exactly. I didn't see you. Have a good night. Have a good night, Back to Me. I think Back to Me had been in here. Have a good night. Was I mistaken hearing his hands were clean of residue? Oh, I don't know, Kathleen. I missed that part. Hey, Mrs. X, welcome. Thank you for joining. Somebody, I think Kathleen was calling you out earlier saying, where are you? Thank you, Rebecca, for becoming a member. You were already family, but now you are a member. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. Own organization sneaky. Exactly. Baby, she has been really sneaky. Okay, girl, don't try to play because people gonna look into who's behind that organization. Okay, oh, I'm just making this money for the organization. Oh, but you didn't tell us that you were behind the organization. Girl, don't try to play. You know people gonna look into that. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We are not impressed. Girl, try again. Okay. And there's going to be more stuff coming out too. Okay. More stuff. I have to see. Hold on, y'all. Forensic audit in that organization. They better check it out. Yeah, y'all, man, y'all on it. They better check that out. Like, seriously. That's crazy. All right, so we're gonna look into those book sales. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on this lawsuit because this is about to get interesting because she's gonna have to prove that stuff. And now I hope they do bring that up. She's truly behind that organization allegedly. That needs to come out because see, that's right there. That's MO. What they call it? Is it MO? That's her motivation. Okay. Because you're talking about you're not getting any proceeds from it. Why would you do all of that? I always thought that was suspect. He probably found out some stuff and she had to do it. Possibly. This is tricky. All kind of red flags. I don't think the Twitch Pow Pow is sad for his kids, mother, and brother. Right. I'm glad they're suing me too. Yep. And I hope they continue to go through with it. They do have a GoFundMe for $250,000 to get money for the the lawyers. Let me see how much so far. Some of these people, they need to quit doing these fake GoFundMe's too. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Do y'all remember what was that lady's name? Connie. Let me see if it's in the article. What did V say? They were probably into some stuff together and she threatened to expose him for whatever reason. I don't know. Surprised no one took that case pro bono. They up for a fight. What was that lady's name? Or his family's name? I was trying to see if I could find the GoFundMe and see how much has it raised so far. Thank y'all for your patience. Let's see. Let me see if they put it in the article. Because I know it said 250,000. I was trying to see if they put the link. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, so out of the, let me share this. Jasmine Crockett. Okay. I hope she runs for president one day after Trump. Okay, so here's his GoFundMe. They have a $250K goal. So far, they've raised $14,080. And let's see. We, the Boss family, are heartbroken by the hurtful claims made in Allison's recent memoir. Since Stephen's passing, we have grieved privately while working to honor his memory with compassion, even in the face of difficult circumstances. However, the statement in this book compels us to act. Stephen was a light in our lives and deserves to be remembered with dignity and truth. Some of the accounts shared in the memoir raise serious concerns and misrepresent his character, while also making harmful statements about mental health. To address this, we have decided to pursue legal counsel to seek answers and protect Stephen's legacy. All donations will go directly toward legal fees and related costs. Any unused funds will be transparently reported and returned to donors or redirected with donor consent to a cause that reflects Stephen's values. Your support means the world to us. Thank you. Wow. That's awesome, though. Yep. So I pray that I'm going to share this also onto my community wall for those of you who would like to make a donation towards that GoFundMe. I know I'm late, but did you all discuss her crash out today? Mrs. X, no, I didn't. She is really desperate, y'all, to be honest. She's trying just whatever. The crash out, she tried. I don't know. She just did not get the views. It was like a baby wanting attention. So I don't know. She didn't get the number of views. So what she did in the second live was clickbait. So, oh, he cheated. I already knew he didn't cheat. The man was there today. Okay. So I knew that it was clickbait, but some people in the chat obviously didn't know it was clickbait. So she was throwing them off saying, oh no, it was a guy cheated on me, cheated on my test in school. Girl, you just needed, she admitted she needed some views. So she knew that people like drama. So she purposely did that. So she's like wanting the attention that I'm not even trying to give her. Like, girl, that's like a baby wanting attention, and no. Do something genuine and real, and maybe somebody to talk about it. But all this, oh, let me be extra, take my dirty hair out. Let me put this black mask on. Girl, stop. Right, with all these so-called activist attorneys, right. But I am going to show a video that I think some of y'all probably saw, because I saw some of y'all comment under it, but I hadn't seen it, from this guy that did a compilation of videos. But they also used some of, because y'all were like, y'all need to give T Goddess and Tosh Mob their credit for this video, part of that video. So I do want to show that, because that was funny to me. I had never seen that video. Crazy how you can marry and procreate with the enemy and not even know. It's so scary. Exactly. She's from my hometown. Really? Oh my gosh. She won't win. Nope. I know her from a CPS case. She was legal representative here in Bowie County. Wait, who y'all talking about? Hold up. Who are you talking about? Back to me. Jasmine. Is that who you're talking about, Kathleen? Because I forgot we were talking about her too. I'm going to start calling Thorn Captain Crunchy. That's my favorite cereal. Now, how can I eat it? She really was in a thong during an entire shower hairdo routine. She need to change her sector. Right, girl. I was like, you are just wanting so bad for some attention. She wanted people to talk about it. Oh my gosh, she wanted people to talk about her. Girl, no. You know, I can't be too predictable. She wanted that. Girl, no. Nobody gonna talk about it. I was hoping nobody talked about it, because that's what she wants. She wants to go off on the reaction channels, but then she wants them to talk about her. No, pick. Okay. Do you want people to make up something interesting to talk about with you or not? Because sometimes we got to make it look exciting. Okay. Someone in the chat was like, you forgot to watch the most important body part. Oh my God. See, thank you, Mrs. X, for the super chat. She said, congrats, your husband is home. Yes, I am so excited. So thankful to God. Oh my goodness. Thank y'all for your prayers. All of that. I really appreciate it. So he came home today. Yes. They stole the words right out of my mouth. Right. Like, girl, do you have to do that on live? Like, think about that. You don't have to do it on live. I'm just like, it just is too much. I can't even, I literally will watch 2 minutes or so and get off, because I just can't do it. It's boring and it's immature. I swear sometimes I'll be motivated to do even more than what I do just by seeing how little she does. Exactly. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Mrs. X. We appreciate that. I thank you. But yeah, y'all, so I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I'm about to share this GoFundMe onto my community wall for those of you who would like to share towards this cause. Let me copy the link right now so I don't forget. Let me do that right now. Uh-oh, sorry, y'all. Okay, because I didn't want to forget this part. So I'm putting that onto my community wall right now. Let's make sure that went through. Okay, it's there. All right, so yes. Okay. It's bedtime here. Rest well, everyone. You too, Kathleen. Look, I'm about to get off with you too. Okay. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate the love from V. Thank you for the super chat. Life, thank you for the super chat. And Mrs. X for that super chat as well. Thank y'all so much. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out if you did not hit it on your way in. And also, if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Y'all make sure you come back tomorrow morning. Okay, Lord willing, we are going to have a few laughs. Okay, I have a very interesting live for in the morning. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. It's gonna be interesting. Thanks for another live. Stay well. Love you all. Same to you, Robin. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brittany. I hope you have a good night. You too, Busy Bee. Thank you, Marie. I love all of you ladies. Y'all, what's so funny? Let me share this right quick. I was over on Mr. CKB's live, YouTube Good Night Live, the other day, Saturday. And so he gave me a shout out. He said, now, I'm still trying to figure out what all you cover over there. He said, I think you cover, is it the black girl that had that white husband? I'm saying, oh, Lord. So I was laughing. He said, well, regardless of what you covering, every time I come and be in your bushes, all I see is a bunch of ladies in there. And y'all be having fun. He said, yeah, a chat full of ladies. So y'all never know who in the bushes. I said, yeah, it is a bunch of ladies. And we love to have fun. I said, we are open over here. Okay, we cover everything. It was just so funny that story stood out. But he notices I have a chat full of women. But I do have a couple of guys, from time to time. He said, y'all be over there just laughing and talking like y'all talking on the phone. It is so funny. So, yeah, that's the impression that people get here at the open book, especially the men. So, ladies, we got to figure out how do we bring in the men, okay? We don't want it to just be a chat full of ladies, although we having fun over here. The guys, they watching from the sidelines. They don't know whether they should double dutch in and double dutch out. Now, Terry will come in here. He put the reminder in, and Terry will share my lives and so forth every once in a while. Who else? D-Ham pops in. Antonio pop in. Uncle, what's his name? Uncle G. We have Robert, definitely on Sundays. Robert will stay in here on Sundays. But yeah, we got to get the men up in here sometimes. Okay, start covering sports too. Hello? Okay, I may have to do that. Have my husband join some days. I may have to start doing that because he loves sports talks. So yeah, we may have to start doing something like that. But it was so funny. I meant to tell y'all that he said that on Saturday. He said, all I see is like just a bunch of ladies over there in the chat. I was laughing. Now, he done peeked in here, too, a couple of times. Y'all probably see him because I get excited and start laughing when I see him pop in. But it was so funny. So I really don't know what you cover over there. Everything. We open over here. That's my response. Okay. We got the worship experience. We got our Black history topics. We cover Thorn Peach. Okay, baby. We cover a lot of stuff. Different topics, boy. Oh my gosh. You too, Rebecca. Thank y'all so much. I had to share that with you all because that took me out. Okay. These men watching from the sidelines. I told them they better come on in here and talk with us. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have a blessed night. And until tomorrow, have a good night. Bye-bye.